What's up guys, John Anderson here. Welcome back to another video. Today is a special day. After some waiting, some pondering, some shipping delays, we are talking about the newly released Action 5 Pro. Before we jump into this video, I'm not being paid, I'm not being sponsored by DJI or any other company. I just bought this camera and these are my first thoughts, first impressions, first look on this camera, whether this camera might be for you, features I'll be testing out, giving you my thoughts on the low light, subject tracking, battery life. Spoiler alert, it's awesome. But let's stop talking, let's get this camera opened up. Okay, we do have a smaller box than before. Saving on packaging, are we? Let's cut this open. It's a pull tab, but we'll just slice that. Got this on top of that. Alright, looks like we've got the camera here and the accessory box here. So this is the new Action 5 Pro. Nice, clean. Charging door access there. Battery door access and SD here. Looks like they moved the SD slot down from the previous model. Nice texture to it. Let's take a look at these accessories. We've got the charging cable, USB-C to USB-C. The screw, the cage here, battery here, which is a new updated battery for the Action 5. And then in here we've got the curve sticker mount, anti-slip stickers that you can use. No one ever uses those, I don't think. Quick attach mount right here. Oh, and we've got some new rubber on this. Different texture than before. Nice quick clamp, magnetic. Screw that onto the curved mount. You've got a nice mount there. You can mount to a helmet or something. If you are familiar with the previous Action cameras by DJI, you'll know that this is really similar to the Action 3 and the Action 4. The coloring has gotten darker with each camera as well. I noticed the 3 was a lot lighter, more of an orange color, then the 4 got a deeper orange color. Now we're going to red accents on this one, so nice. First impressions right out of the box for the everyday user. I just whipped this thing onto a head mount, running around just using it for everyday things. Settings are all in auto. I'm impressed. If you're just using this for everyday filming, you don't have to mess with settings, just hit record to capture your everyday happenings. It'll fit in your pocket, but just running around, filming stuff that anyone can do with this camera for a fair test. So in using this camera in whatever situation, it compares flawlessly to any other Action camera out there when you're using it in everyday scenarios. I've never had issues with DJI cameras. The old GoPros I had, you'd always have like freezing up or stuff like that. You'd have to pop the batteries out. I've never had that issue with any DJI cameras. So what's new on this camera? OLED screens front and back, a 1x1.3 sensor, 2.8 aperture, 155 degree field of view. We have subject tracking, more battery life, up to 4 hours on this battery. You now have a 1950 milliamp hour battery as compared to the older versions, which are, it's not marked on this, but it a 1770 milliamp hour battery, so you're getting about 200 more milliamp hours on that. You also get rock steady plus, and 360-degree horizon balancing. So if your camera is filming, anywhere you tilt it, it's going to keep your image level. And you also get the added option to connect not one, but two DJI mics by Bluetooth. But they do have to be the second gen mics. The first gen mics don't work. So if you're filming with a friend or a buddy, you can get, both of you can get crisp audio from both the mics connected to this camera. Whereas previously you could only connect one on the Action 4. I'm sure this is just a software update for the Action 5 Pro, but a nice added feature. The front screen, which is of course clutch when you're using this camera for vlogging or you just need to check your shot. You have access to all the settings on the front screen, change them, preview clips, adjust things, change the shooting mode, all from the front screen right here. DJI was one of the first to come out with these front screens on action cameras, and it has changed the game for filming with these little cameras. Now when they came out with the first Osmo Action, I was impressed with the rock steady. Just running, holding the camera, it performed amazing. And now you have the option to add more rock steady with the plus means more steady, and then the horizon balancing. And this is super helpful when you're filming. You can just always keep the camera level, and it does that for you in the camera. So let's do a test with this, walking, running, and on power sports, just an everyday test. Settings are all in auto. Here is without rock steady. Here is with rock steady. Do we even need gimbals anymore? Here is with rock steady plus, and here is with horizon balancing. That also gives you the rock steady too. Let me know what you think in the comments on that one. Here's a side-by-side comparison. I didn't add any stabilization to this. That's just straight from the camera itself, just holding it. And you can see in the background just how well that rock steady is working. I also wanted to test another everyday use scenario. If you were just to be filming outside in the daylight and say you walk into a darker spot, you enter a building and it's darker in there, what does the Action 5 Pro give us in those instances? Another test you can do, and you can do this with any camera, is just to see what it is good at. But let's see what the skin tones look like straight out of the camera in auto settings. Here's a comparison. This is auto settings. It's not bad. We've got a little bit of window light, so this is decent-like settings here. Going into a darker room, it's not too bad. This is auto settings, and this is decent-like with color grade on it. So pretty decent color there. These are just little tests you can do to see what your camera is good at. Let's talk about the new texture and noise reduction. So you can now tap over here on the settings side, image adjustment. You can now adjust the texture and noise reduction on this Action 5 Pro now. Something that was on the Pocket 3 and now have it on the Action 5 Pro. Is it on the Action 4? Let me check. Tap over here on the side. Image adjustment right there. Select custom. Here you have sharpness and noise reduction. So we have texture and noise reduction now. On the Action 3 you don't have this option, but one of the things that I never liked from action cameras is the sharpness in the footage. It's just a little too sharp for my liking, so you can adjust that down. I'll probably adjust this down just one setting, and then I can adjust that later in post editing. So let's check out the audio on this new Action 5 Pro. What's up guys, this is audio straight from the camera. All the settings are in auto, the video settings auto, and the microphone settings are in auto. What does this sound like? Does it sound okay for vlogging, for everyday use on this Action 5 Pro? What's up guys, this is audio straight from the Action 4. The camera is about arm's length, 2 feet away or so. How does this sound to you? This is the Action 4. What's up guys, we are back at it on the Action 5 Pro. This is audio straight from the camera. How does this sound compared to the Action 4? What's up guys, this is audio from the Action 5 Pro with the DJI Mic 2 connected. This is an audio test. What's up guys, this is audio from the Action 5 Pro with a lav mic connected by USB-C. As you can see there. How does this audio sound to you? Let me know in the comments. I want to know. which audio sounds the best. So it has some good audio, and you do have the option to use the DJI Mic 2, or you can plug in a lav mic via the USB-C adapter to the Action 5 Pro. Now, if you've owned any other DJI product, you're probably aware that you can use an app to monitor what you're filming, adjust settings, preview clips, and all the things. It does come with one mount if you get the standard combo. This is a curved mount, and the quick clip mounts, which are so easy to swap between mounts. So you can just pick up a couple of these mounts, attach this to a tripod, attach it to your helmet, and then you just pop your camera off, switch it between mounts, snap it on, lock it, and you're good to go. Screw this in here, screw on your adapter like that. Stick that on your helmet or wherever, whatever mounts you have, and then you just clip your camera on like that. Make sure it clips. How about a little ASMR of that? Okay, enough of that. You can also get ND filters, or if you already have NDs for your Action 3 or your Action 4, they will also fit on the Action 5 Pro. So if you're shooting in bright daylight or you want a more cinematic motion blur in your footage, you have that option as well. We'll just remove this rubber ring and slip your ND filter right over the lens like that. And those ND filters will work on the Action 3, 4, and 5. But more on that later. This camera comes in at $350 USD. I think they could have updated some of the software for some of these new features on the Action 4, but you can now get the Action 4 for around $300 now. So you can decide on that. But with the features that this camera has packed into it, you're getting a good camera at that price point. And if you remember when the original Osmo Action came out, this is kind of a base cost for these DJI Action cameras. There are other options you can choose from if you want more batteries to be able to shoot all day, or a diving kit, a cycling kit. They've got all those options you can pick from depending on your needs. I just went with the standard combo because I've already got the mounts that I need for what I do. And if you're looking at getting more mounts later on, you can add those to your kit, but I just got the standard combo as that's all I needed. So for everything that's in this camera, you could bring this on your next trip, vlog with it, have stabilization, slow motion, time lapse, night mode, everything you need to film on your vacation. If you're on a budget, you could get by with just the camera, skip the accessories, or get them later to build out your kit. That's about it for this video. This is a camera that is staying with me. It's going in the camera bag. It's coming with me everywhere. Let me know if this camera is something that you'll be getting, or if you already have it, like the video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and follow along, and I will see you in this video next, where I show you the importance of using ND filters on your action cameras. You ever do that?